Hello managers, as you know tonight we have an insane game actually, the Champions League final between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. That's why I thought why not try to replicate this final in Football Manager 2024, set up the tactics. I did some research to see how Ancelotti and Terzic are playing in the Champions League and how they set up their teams. And I think I have a pretty good understanding and I think I can mimic how they will play this final. After some research guys, I think this is how Real Madrid will set up tonight. It's the famous 4-4-2 diamond narrow of Ancelotti actually, with Vinicius Jr. as an advanced forward, Rodrigo in the trequartista role. I did consider putting him as a false 9, but I think the trequartista suits him more just because he likes to dribble, move into channel, roam from position and take more risks. I also added two instructions for these guys, which is stay wider, and that's it. Then we have Bellingham as a shadow striker on attack, of course. Camavinga and Valverde as the mezzala, because we know the midfielders of Ancelotti like to do those vertical runs on the wings. Toni Kroos is going to be in the first 11 100% in that deep lying playmaker role on support, of course, to throw some insane passes for Vinicius Jr., Bellingham and Rodrigo, of course. Mendy on the left, Rudiger and Militao in the center and Carvajal on the right. As for the goalkeeper, I think he will choose Courtois, even though Andre Lunin did a great job this season getting them to the final and winning the La Liga as well with him as the first keeper. I still think he would choose Courtois just because of his experience in the final. I don't think he would want to risk that much. When it comes to the attacking width, they are going to use a standard attacking width approach, and when they are going to approach the play, they're going to pass into space. We know Rodrigo, Vinicius and Jude Bellingham are going to make those runs in behind, and Toni Kroos is going to look for those through balls all game. They are going to overlap on the wings and play out from defense, a standard passing directness and a higher tempo, of course. They want speed in those counterattacks. As for the final third, low crosses and nothing else. Run at the defense for dribbling and creative freedom. It does not really need to be checked. In transition, they are going to counter press and counter when possession has been lost. The goalkeeper will look to distribute quickly and start counter attacks and distribute to center backs, usually with a take short kick instruction. As for the opposition instruction, they are going to use a high press with a higher defensive line. Usually that's how they play it, even though for some teams they dropped back a little bit, for teams like Manchester City or other like Barcelona teams. But I think they usually play with a high line and try to press their opponents. It's not really a gegenpress style of pressing, but they are a top team, and as you know guys, top teams have to press high. So trigger press much more often and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Also the defensive line will step up more to collect those balls. When it comes to the mentality, I don't think they would like to risk anything. We've known that in previous finals, as you know guys, teams tend to be more cautious, but I don't really want to go with the caution mentality just because the game I think will be boring if we choose caution mentality for both of them. So I chose to go with balanced for both of the teams. That's it, the Real Madrid team that I think Ancelotti will use in this final. So let's go and see the Dortmund team now. As for Dortmund, they are going to go with a 4-2-3-1 formation. This is what Terzic used for the whole season actually. Maybe he changed it a little bit here and there, but this is the formation that he used the most, with Fulgrut as a target forward, of course, Brand as a supporting advancing midfielder. Sancho and Adeyemi are going to be the main goal scoring threats inside forward on attack for both of them. Sabitzer is going to support from deep midfield as a volante, and Emre Can is going to stay back and collect those balls as a DM and also be on support, of course. When we go further in the defense, we have two wingbacks on support with Rierson and Madsen, and two ball playing defenders with Hummels and Schlotterbeck. As you know guys, Hummels did an insane game against PSG, and I think he wants to win this Champions League as well since he had such a great season. Kobel is going to be our sweeper keeper on defense as well. We are going with a balanced mentality. For the in possession instruction, the attacking width is going to be stand, and we are going to approach play by passing into space. and we are going to do overlaps on the wings. Passing directness is going to be standard and tempo higher, of course. Real Madrid and Dortmund's game are somewhat similar but not the same. When it comes to dribbling, we are going to use a run at defense. Crosses, we are going to use mixed crosses. I didn't choose low crosses because we have full crook and he can score with a header as well. Then in transition we're going to use counter press, counter distribute quickly and distribute to center backs with a take short kicks distribution type. Also, I wanted to say that I'm not using the play out from defense just because, as you guys seen, Schlotterbeck and Hummels are trying long passes from the defense straight to the attackers, so they don't usually use play out from the back, but they will still pass with the defensive midfielders. Since Dortmund uses a gegenpress style of football, we are going to have a high line of engagement with a higher defensive line. Trigger press much more often prevents short goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in. We know they try to be physical when they can, and the defensive line is going to step up more to collect the balls from the enemy team. This is what I think it will be the first 11 of Dortmund for tonight. So without further ado, let's go and see how the teams will do and who will win the Champions League. And the Champions League starts. Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. Let's see who will win. First chance here for Real Madrid, a bad pass, but actually Mendy gets it back, but Camavinga does another mistake again. Then Mendy gets the ball back and Toni Kroos back to Courtois now. Eder Militao, Carvajal, back to Eder Militao, Rudiger, Valverde. And Valverde with the cross here, maybe, no, Carvajal with the cross, and Rodrigo Kjobel actually does an insane save with his left leg. And a corner now from Toni Kroos. Straight to Rodrigo, to Vini Jr. and Vini Jr. scores from the corner, guys. 1-0 from Real Madrid in the 7th minute. An early goal is amazing actually for the final. Now Dortmund has a corner actually. Julian Brandt to Hummels, and Hummels equalizes 1-1, guys, in the 14th minute. 1-1 Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. What a final we have. And now another chance through Carvajal. A cross from Carvajal, but Schlotterbeck gets it back, but a mistake, and Valverde shoots it wide. First half is open and we have a draw, guys. 1-1 Borussia Dortmund versus Real Madrid. Second half started and in the 50th minute, Dortmund tried to play from the back here with Hummels to Rierson. Let's see if Real Madrid pressing is going to do something here. Kjobel to Schlotterbeck. Schlotterbeck with a mistake, Rodrigo, and they made a mistake. Bellingham gathers the ball and passes it to Rodrigo, and it's 2-1 for Real Madrid, guys. Another chance for Real Madrid here, a corner kick from Toni Kroos to Rudiger, and it's 3-1, and I think it's time for substitutions now. I have replaced Jadon Sancho since he had a stinker of a game, actually 6.3 average rating and a yellow card, with Marco Reus, the captain. Let's see if he can turn it around. And also Niklas Füllkrug had a shitty game as well, and I've replaced him with Sebastian Haller. Now Dortmund go on the attack. Now we have a chance in the 78th minute. Adeyemi to Schlotterbeck. Schlotterbeck passes it back to Kobel to Hummels. Let's see if Hummels finds the pass here. Sabitzer to Haller. Haller, still Haller, with a shot that is blocked. We have made another 2 substitutions, guys. We've put Salil Ohchan instead of Emre Can and Besebaini instead of Madsen. As for Real Madrid, we've just replaced Eder Militao, as you can see here, 6.4 average rating, with David Alaba. Maybe the final chance of the game still for Real Madrid here, guys. Bellingham, and it's a penalty actually. Checking decision, and the penalty is awarded. Valverde to take the penalty, and he scores, guys. 4-1 for Real Madrid, and I think the final is done at this point. So yeah, the Champions League final is done and Real Madrid are champions once again. I think they break the record, 15 Champions League, which is crazy. I hope this will never happen in real life, and I really do hope Dortmund will win it. But for the simulation, Real Madrid are the champions. Congratulations to them. Also, guys, if you want to see how I rebuilt Manchester United and won 11 trophies in 5 years, check out this video. Thanks for watching.